As information designers, we dive into the process of looking into different angles of a subject, story, theme, and sketch a purpose that best suits our target audience. We respond to reality and perhaps play with reality. Even cheese has a story, according to media designer and filmmaker Hillman Curtis, and we can transform cheese to appear as exciting as any other phenomenon. Which leads me to the concept of designing the news. Journalists and news reporters work the same way in transforming, or might I say designing, current events into something big enough to touch their audience. The audience gets touched enough to respond, favoring and trusting that writer as their opinion leader, agreeing with whatever he or she will write about next. The audience may also share what they know to their followers, and the massive online applications available give them that capability of diffusing not only stories, but ideas. These ideas then become trends when applied by groups and even cultures. These trends affect our perception of how we gather information. This can be beneficial and powerful, but other times dangerous to how we perceive our reality. Although we see the news as something subjective, the most subtle implication can exert a strong reaction. Trendy subjects are touched upon for news because it identifies social structures. It tells what sells. In order to map this issue, I gathered various news reports of one event. About a Pakistani schoolgirl named Malala Yousafzai, who was shot by militants in the northern region of Pakistan. Now I have tried to state my subject in the most neutral way possible, but my terms have affected my audience possibly in different ways. I could have also exerted more influence by saying, the Taliban again attempted murder, but this time on an innocent young girl who, of very few girls in conservative northern Pakistan, goes to school. I can also say the Taliban have no respect for women and threatened a teenager by shooting her in the head. All of you in the audience are different, and one of these three sentences might have affected you more than the other. Although attempting to not get too personal, I still state these variations with a personal or perhaps selfish purpose. The online news has a wide array of different narrations, and after a couple of months of investigating Malala's incident, seeing all different perspectives puzzled me, and the first day was rich enough to report on these reports. To this day, since October, I still do not know what happened. I don't know the truth. Believing one truth is inevitable. Trusting one or some sources is inevitable. The phenomenon of Malala Yousafzai has distorted her identity, has branded her into an icon for fundraisers and social rights. The clouded identity continues turbulent relationships between America and Pakistan. Media created this. Political leaders created this. The public created this. Words did this. Glittering generalities, weasel words, and dangling comparatives. These categorized terms are identified by Brooks Jackson and inspired me to understand that this problem can be tracked, can be heeded, but not controlled. My own identity is clouded to what best fits or suits a certain surrounding. Malala herself has forgotten her initial purpose and aspirations in life, to be a doctor, not a politician. World News has decided this for her. We can bear our own conclusions. They bring out creativity and uniqueness. With the technology available today, the public has more open involvement with the news due to the passion of one's voice wanting to be heard. However, how would one respond when different truths clash? What you will see on the third floor was my process of finding a truth about Malala. However, what I found more successful was tracking and documenting multiple truths that have clouded our reality about her. I also explain the tactics behind diffusing successful truths. I believe handling this complexity, other than filtering news to individual preference, is to accept it, understand that it cannot be controlled, and to think outside of the box, to question and research the foundations of your own beliefs. Thank you.